Hey y'all, long time no see. I'm not even gonna give no excuses. Life was lifing. To get back into the swing, I feel like I say this every month, but to get back into the swing, let's just do current favorites. I have a couple of fashion things, a book, some accessories, some fragrance, y'all already know. Then at the end, I will mention like media, TV, movies, music, all the good stuff. So without taking too long, let's get into it. First thing is the Reformation. This is the classic crew tee. I have 4 of these now. I have 2 black and 2 white, and I think I can like confidently say these are my new favorite t-shirts. I'm gonna just be upfront, these are $38. But consider how many crappy t-shirts you have bought from like H&M, Zara, Target over the years. Consider how terrible they wash. Like, consider all of these things in the price. But why do I like these? Number one, the boxy fit. I have this in an extra large, but I wanted it to be kind of like a boxy, like comfortable fit, right? And my other big thing with these is that I very much wanted to be able to wear them to work. So I didn't want anything that was like clinging to my boobs. I didn't want anything like skin tight. And yeah, I wanted to be able to kind of dress it up or down. And I guess along with that would be the length. I wear like high-waisted pants, I wear low-waisted pants. This just is perfect. Like, I would say if you're wearing like mid-rise to low-rise pants, these hit right where the pants start. You don't have like any stomach showing, but like it just makes your proportions look good. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the length just works, but it is long enough that like you can tuck it into a pair of slacks. That's how I wear it to work. I wear it with dress pants. I tuck it in. I put a little cardigan or a little jacket on top. It's totally work appropriate. Oh, other thing that makes this work appropriate, the white is not see-through. I just really appreciate that you cannot see my entire bra under my white shirt. That's a big one. The collar. You know, all these little things matter to me. And I've washed these also, by the way. The fact that it lays flat and doesn't like wrinkle all up and look all cheap and gross. Like, you can actually wear some jewelry and it'll sit nicely because the collar is like laying flat. The last thing that I really appreciate about it, the sleeve length. I am a member of the Auntie Arms Club and I'm not ashamed. Like, I have bigger arms, always have. And so that makes me very like weary of certain t-shirts. Like, I tend to go for a baggier shirt just so I don't have to worry about it, because I find that a lot of like plain women's t-shirts either have that super ugly, unflattering cap sleeve, or if it's an oversized fit, then like the sleeve is hitting your elbow. These, just where they sit and the angle that they sit at, I just think is really flattering. I will say with Reformation, yes, they're sustainable or whatever, but it would be nice to be able to see these things on a model that is like bigger than a size 4. Just putting that out there. I would say these are like a safe bet. I really like them. If they came in better colors, I'd get something besides black and white, but they don't. Next favorite. This isn't super weather appropriate, but I've still been getting a decent amount of use out of this. It is this green veil hoodie. I'll insert pictures. Why am I trying to show it? This is my second hoodie from Veil. I also have a yellow one that I'm sure I've shown before. It's like yellow with like brown and cream accents. And this one is just straight up green with like stitching on the front, stitching on the back, and then some like fading throughout. These are such good quality. Like, I really love when like smaller brands, like independent brands, put out like good quality stuff. This is so thick and soft. These wash well. I haven't washed this one, but my yellow one I've had for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. Still love it, still wear it. I get compliments on this, which, like, how often do you get complimented on a hoodie? Like, be for real. You know, the other thing that matters to me so much, the hardware, the zippers. I so appreciate that they like do not skimp on the zippers, that they are like thick and nice quality. If you're gonna charge me $100 for a hoodie, this is what I want it to feel like. This is this is what I want it to give. And for reference, I buy these in a large. I like them like big and slouchy and oversized. Worthwhile investment. Really do love it. That's it for the clothes. Did I have any more like, okay, wait. I have one accessory. It's some sunglasses. These Ray-Bans, they're kind of a lot, I know, but I really do love them. These were like a complete impulse purchase. Basically, we were like walking around with ice cream and we passed the Lens Crafters and I was like, oh, let's go in here. And of course I ended up buying something, but I think they're so cute. It's very like 90s inspired to me. I love like the blue lenses just for something different. So yeah, these little blue Ray-Bans, I think these were about $150. Okay, y'all know that I'm like into fragrance right now. It feels like everyone is though, I'm not special. Y'all know I considered putting this mug in this video, but I didn't. I was like, who cares? I genuinely do like cutesy kind of stuff, but not to like be decorating with it. So I really appreciate being able to find kind of like cute little things that are not like totally like ugly and tacky and like juvenile looking. No offense to all the Hello Kitty girls, but like I'm just not the type. I found this at Ross for like $5. Shout out to Ross. Okay, back to the favorites. If you've been watching for a little while, then you probably know that I have been trying perfume samples for like months. I'm like slowly building my perfume collection. It feels like everyone is super into fragrance right now. I think a lot of us are wearing less makeup, and so like fragrance is like the new beauty thing. I was looking for something new, especially for like warmer weather. I did re-up on my Marrakesh Intense. Still love that. Still basically my everyday scent, but you know, I want a little rotation. This is Puer Tea from One Day. Matter of fact, I heard about this brand on Tumblr. Shout out to Tumblr. I always say it, like that's where the cool girls still are. Just saying. This is a Hong Kong based brand. I don't know if I ever would have found out about it on my own. Probably not. So they have a tea collection. It's 4 different scents. I tried 2 of the other ones and they're really nice too, but for whatever reason, this one just felt the most like me. I'll put the notes, y'all know, I'll put the notes, but I had never considered like tea as a fragrance scent, maybe because I don't smell it super often, but I'm really into tea scents right now. I feel like I'm not great at describing scents, but I'm slowly starting to figure out kind of what notes I'm attracted to. This kind of has all of them, like incense, vetiver, I think cardamom. I don't know, it's like, it's unique, it's light, and it has, I don't know, there's something like pretty and feminine about it, without like being like overly floral or overly sweet. Hard to explain, but I would say just get a sample. Samples on Lucky Scent are like $5. I think it's well worth it before you spend the money. So that's this Puer Tea, new scent. I'm getting like little whiffs of it now. It smells so good. Okay, I think I have one more physical thing. Physical and audio, and it is this. This is the Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. I know that this came out probably a year ago now, or months at least, because I have seen people talking about it. First, I did buy the audiobook. I know I'm showing you the physical one. I listened to the audiobook in maybe 2 or 3 days and then realized that like, nah, I need a physical copy because I really love being able to like go through a book and highlight and take notes. I really do see this as like, I don't know, like a reference book. And I'm not a self-help book like person. I don't buy them. I think the last one I bought was Atomic Habits and I did like it, but I don't know. It's kind of like you read it once, I just never came back to it. I was never compelled, but this has been different for me. Like this has given me a lot of reassurance as an artist, just in like my point of view, not knowing how to start, not knowing when something's finished. It kind of touches on like all of these different aspects of like the creative process. It also does like, I don't know, give you like tools and like exercises and things you can do to kind of get out of your own way and just make stuff. I would say if you are like a creative of any kind, artist, writer, singer, you make videos, whatever you do, if you struggle with kind of like your output or just like, I don't know, like writer's block, whatever you want to call it, you can find something of like value in here. So the creative act has been a favorite. Okay, you know what's crazy? Sometimes I feel like I like wait for the end of these videos so that I can talk about like shows and music and stuff, because I don't get as much of a chance to in real life. That sounds sad. But okay, I have one TV thing. At first I had two, but I took Mad Men off, and I'll get to that in a sec. Okay, first TV favorite is this documentary on Netflix called The Turning Point, the Cold War and the Bomb. Listen, if you are also into history, like, you need to watch this. How do I feel? Like, I really am like a history lover. You know, there are like periods in history that like don't interest me at all, but I do like the 60s. There's just so much there. There's so much to talk about socially, politically, like there's just so much going on, right? I really love this documentary. I feel like the American public school system did me such a disservice. I was a full-grown adult and I feel like I still had like so little concept of what the Cold War was. Like, yes, I knew like the US and Russia, nuclear bombs, but like, yes, I knew like the basics, but the documentary is chronological and it starts like towards the end of World War II, so that you really do have like a basis for like everything that's gonna come. You really have to go back 20 years first to get to the 60s. So like, it gives you all of the, you know, capitalism versus communism, all of the like really in-depth analysis though. And that's what I appreciate. Like, there were really good interviews from people who were actually there, people who were in those rooms making the decisions, having the meetings. Condoleezza Rice even gives a little cameo. It's like, I want to say 6 episodes and they're all at least an hour. So like, I don't know, I watched it in maybe like 3 days. Really liked it though. And since I'm talking about 60s, let me just go ahead and say I am in the middle of watching Mad Men. I'm just about to start season 4. Originally, I had Mad Men here as a favorite, but I wasn't sure of like what points to hit on as to like why. It's well acted. A lot of the characters are awful, like awful people, and I do like shows like that. I do like shows like that. But there are certain characters that I'm really drawn to. So like Peggy, I'm thinking about it now. I guess I like most of the women characters. I like Peggy a lot. And I appreciate how like flawed she is. What's her name? Joan, even though she was a little racist. I like Betty too. She has turned out to be a lot more complex than I originally assumed, and I appreciate that. Here's my issue with Mad Men. I'm thinking it through as I'm talking. I think my problem with Mad Men is I like get my hopes up, or like I get all excited for what are supposed to be these like big moments, right? Like maybe something's being exposed, or like some news is being, you know, dropped on someone, and like I think that it's going to cause this chain reaction, and that doesn't happen a lot of the time, and it's really disappointing. It's like really anticlimactic, and that's happened like 2 or 3 times now as I've been watching Mad Men, where I was like, oh, and then the next episode it was like, oh, like it didn't deliver. But I have still really been liking Mad Men. I think the writing is smart. It does like actually make me laugh out loud sometimes, and of course the wardrobe's great. There's good stuff about it. So we can add Mad Men to the favorites. And then I have one movie, and this is 60s too. I didn't even plan it that way, but y'all know that one of my like things I like to do like alone is go to the movies. I don't know what took me so long to figure out that like going to the movies alone is really the move. Like I like going with, I like going with my boyfriend and stuff. That's cool, but like I like a lot of stuff that he doesn't like, and I feel like I've missed out on a lot of movies like over the years because no one wanted to go with me. So said all that to say that I have really been enjoying like going to the movies at like my local little like independent theater. They show a lot of like independent films, foreign films, and then like older films. So they were showing A Raisin in the Sun. This is the 1961 version with Sidney Poitier, and I feel Poitier is so Poitier, so hard to say. I feel like I hadn't seen this movie since I was like a kid when I read this book. I want to say in like the 5th or 6th grade. I might as well had never seen it or read it. Like I knew the premise, like I basically knew what happened, but I think I was just way too young to appreciate it. Why do they have children read like things that are so beyond their comprehension? I don't think I ever really appreciated it before. It's pretty fantastic. You know, I cried. It was like really moving, like, and it felt current. You know, at this point, this film is like, what? I don't do math. It's like, what, over 60 years old? Like, you wouldn't think that it would feel as like current and relevant as it does, but like, it does. Like, I don't want any more remakes. Please, no more remakes. I don't want Oprah or somebody to say, let's make a new one. I really don't. Like, the old one does the job. I don't know, you're seeing all of this kind of like generational struggle within a Black family, and that I guess is what felt so relevant. This feeling of like, y'all aren't happy with anything. Like, in my day, we were happy just to have a roof over our heads type of thing. And then you kind of see this like modern man, like Sidney Poitier, kind of being like, he wants a lot and he's always looking for like something better, and can never really feel like settled or satisfied with like the life that he has. I don't want to give too much away in the off chance that someone who's watching this has not seen it, but I really loved it. So A Raisin in the Sun, good stuff. And lastly, music. All I have to say is somebody gonna match my freak? Tinashe, Nasty Girl. Shit is so catchy. I know it's like everyone's favorite song right now, it feels like, but this is one of those times when everyone has good taste. That song is really catchy. Why is always so much noise when you try to do anything? Trash truck, I don't even know. The best thing about that song though is that it has really led me to like explore more of Tinashe's like catalog. She's got a lot of music because I tried to get into her like a couple of years ago because I thought I would like her. Like she fills all the boxes of like what I'd be liking in like the R&B girls. So things take time, but Nasty Girl is a bop. And in kind of a similar vein, am I in my slut era? Like my last one, Kim Petras, Slut Pop Miami. Listen, I didn't know nothing about Kim Petras, still really don't, if I'm being honest, but this little EP, watch this end up being like my most listened to of the year. Slut Pop Miami is, how would I describe it? Pop, electronics, like dance music. It feels like a boiler room, basically. Now, I'm gonna warn y'all, this is vulgar, and I mean just that. Like the same way that I said Poor Things is vulgar, this is vulgar. Okay, my favorite songs, gag on it, fucking this, fucking that, get fucked. I'm laughing because it's like, it kind of gives like satire. Like the names and the songs are so ridiculous, but low-key bops that like just be like walking around the grocery store like good gag on it. Yeah, Kim Petras, Slut Pop Miami, one of my new faves. I think that is everything. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what some of your favorites are right now. I'd love to know. I really am going to try to be more regular with this because I love making videos. I really do. It's just a lot of work. But yeah, I will see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.